Hey everyone, and welcome back to my One Piece review of Chapter 1134. Fun fact, I almost skipped this chapter. So I was reading the website I was using my totally legal scans from, uh, accidentally has the chapter for 1135 on this when you go to the page for 1134. So I was reading that, getting ready to make my video when I was just like, huh, there's like one thing here I could have sworn happened. So I went to like a teching video and was researching there, and I'm like, this is not seeming like what happened in the chapter at all. And then I looked and saw that on the scan the chapter said it was 1135. So well, now I'm back here. It's probably a shorter chapter because yeah. So starts off, you got the color page of Frankie as a giant robot with the rest of the Straw Hats riding on him. Really love Sanji's fit right here. Anyways, Luffy goes to greet Saul and does so in a very Yakuza pose, like with like how Jinbei introduced himself. I'm wanting to say on Fishman Island, I forgot where it was, and just does a really bad imitation of it. Everyone talks to Saul. They laugh. They go. We learn from Lilith that she has a pod she brought from the I from Egghead. Okay, so if Vegapunk went missing for too long, it would have been suspicious. So Dr. Vegapunk made a biological clone of himself. That biological clone went to Ohara, then went to Elbath. At Elbath, studied all of the Ohara texts, went back to Egghead, went into uploaded all of his memories to the brain, and then went into stasis. So apparently, there's another Vegapunk. Not sure if I'm a fan of that, but whatever. So yeah, right now Lilith's goal is to get technology, build a new lab on Elbath, and get the clone Stella revived. Bonnie talks about, hey, is it possible to help Papa too? To which Lilith says that's the plan. Now we're not sure if she means repair the wires of Kuma to make him able to walk around again, or actually straight up bring back Kuma's consciousness. Because as far as we're concerned, he's basically a brain dead robot, which has some semblance of smile when Bonnie does something. But I hope it's not just make Kuma completely normal, because that kind of ruins last arc. We meet Angie. She is a librarian and Saul's assistant. She was the one who said Saul's fallen and can't get up, and is part of the joke. We meet the Walrus School. This is where all the kids learn, and Luffy, Usopp, and Zoro play with some of the kids, and some of the kids I are just mad at them for roughhousing too much. Like, hey, we're not allowed to hurt humans. Man, these brats are really the future warriors of Elbrath. Hey, you can't say brat anymore. Uh, and Usopp is like, this is surreal. You weren't even offended by the short comments. Aren't you guys meant to be wild fighters, willing to pillage and burn the place? Fighters? No way, that's dangerous. Oh, but aren't you bastards the next generation of warriors in Elbath? You can't say bastards either. Words like those are old fashioned. Come on. And so it looks like these kids are pacifists, and we have Ripley, the teacher here, who's got a nice rack. Um, Shut up, you were thinking it too. And she basically talks about, yeah, the kids of this generation are a lot more peaceful. And Angie says, as oh wait, and Ripley says, seek to trade with other nations, not wage war. Our beloved late King Harold said those words. He often clashed with the graybeards of the village, and Angie explained, our king was a visionary who wanted to revolutionize our culture. He was slain by his flesh and blood, that crazy prince. The country still refuses to recognize his claim to the throne. That's why Elbath doesn't currently have a leader. And so, yeah, kids of today are relatively, war is bad and peaceful. As they go into the Owl Library, Robin is holding a book which just balloons to extreme size as soon as she enters the place. And we see that this Owl Library has an owl that basically has a devil fruit. We'll get a name for, I believe, next chapter, which will make any object close enough to it expand in size. It won't actually make things any smaller. And, for those wondering, hey, how were the Giants of Elbath reading all of these books from the Library of Ohara? Well, they were blown up to giant-sized. Over in the realm of the dead, we see as Loki is talking to someone on a Den Den Mushi, specifically a voice recognition and cold resistant type. So this is the first time we've seen a cold resistant Den Den Mushi, and the first time we've seen a voice responded one. But because he's in a cold place and because he doesn't have access to his hands, it only makes sense. How we got the sale, I don't know. He's basically talking to this guy like this guy on the other end of the phone. We don't know who he is or gender even. The Viz translation calls him Shaggy. This translation is calling him Mosa. Mosa's just like, I'm sorry, am I disturbing you? Nah, welcome a good disturbance. Nothing to kill time. Hey, you still angry about that thing that happened? Well, yeah, I can't stop trembling. It's so frustrating. We've been friends for a while, but never met. If I was there when that thing went down, I would have killed all of them. I don't want to do that. For a noble soul, you're too naive. You gotta hit back, give them no mercy. Well, thanks for your advice. What? Those are very harsh words, but they show that you're very kind. And yeah, I'm paraphrasing here, but that's sort of the dynamic going across. And yeah, he's like, hey, you're giving me the creeps. Do that again, you'll regret it. That kind of crap won't fly. Kindness, never say that to me again. And yeah, but we get to the end of the chapter. As everyone is in the western village, the feast is getting ready. We look over at the castle where King Harald is. Is it struck by a black bolt of light? But nobody notices because of the party. In the throne room, which is scarred from battles, such as the throne itself being seemingly cut with a sword, we see two individuals hooded. On the ground are summoning circles, similar to those used by the Gorosei, and two individuals emerge. One, seemingly a woman, with one eye covered by bangs and the other visible, with some sort of a mask on. The other, the spitting image of Shanks. Now, I am aware who these individuals are, so I can't talk too much, but, from the perspective of someone reading this, it could be that this individual is Shank's secret twin, who was the one who, met with the Gorosei all that time ago in, the Reverie arc in, the 930s or whatever. But we'll have to see next time. See you for now that I'm done reading 1134, I will actually this time read chapter 1135. See you guys then.